Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy that you're here spending some time with me. This video is a part of a celebration for Trinity Stamp's second birthday. There is an Instagram hop going on and you can win some amazing prizes. So head on over there when you have finished watching this video. Links are down below. In this video, I am creating a lot of cards using the new Serious Celebration stamp and die set. And you can see this cute stamp set created by Love Danny Studios, and I am in love with her design of she has created a lot of these different types, so check out Trinity Stamps for more of these products, and this is just super gorgeous. I'm using my misty hair just to get a good impression. You can see that I missed a couple of spots, so I was happy that I could be able to ink this up again and get a crisp image. You can see the die here perfectly cut out these areas, and you can layer it up because it matched perfectly. I'm using my Copic markers, or sorry, this is not my Copic markers, this is my Spectrum Noir markers for coloring in this image. You can see I'm doing half of the letters in a dark color, and I will go back in with my lighter color just to give this a little bit more dimension and interest. And I love this sentiment. This calls for a serious celebration, and yeah, that is how I feel about life at the moment. This calls for a serious celebration because I am on vacation. All the kids are on summer break, and so am I, and I'm super excited. I have just worked 1 day a week for the past half year since I've been home with William. But anyway, every time the kids are out of school, I feel like, woohoo, now I'm on summer break as well. So we're gonna have some family time and it's gonna be awesome. I cut this out with my Lawn Fawn dies, and you can see that I got this perfectly centered. And then I will go back in with some gold stars. And you can see this also matches up the stars that are already stamped on this project. So I will just use some Memento Deluxe adhesive and pop them in place. And I really like when dies are doing this, just perfectly fits on a project. It's so easy to mass produce cards like this. It took me no time at all, and that is probably why I had to create 3 cards for this video, because I just couldn't stop when I started. It's such a fun stamp set, and I know that the person that will be getting this stamp, or sorry, this card, will absolutely love it as well. So I used the stars and adhesive and just popped everything in place. So the banner, in a second here when I'm done with the stars, you will see that I thought that looked a little bit flat. So now I will go actually in with my Copics here. Or will I adhere this down to the panel? No, sorry, this is also a really fun technique. I actually forget what I'm doing in this video. It was a while since I created it. I will take the same marker, the darkest marker as I used on my sentiment here. And this is a trick that I really like. If you don't have the matching cardstock, you can go in with a marker and just do the outlines, and nobody would ever know that you just cheated and took a white piece of paper, colored it in, and called it done. So that is something I really like, and I don't know who I was giving this inspiration from, because I know I didn't come up with something clever like this myself, but I cannot point out who taught me this the first time. I've seen it a couple of times, and I really think it's a fun idea. So anyway, you can see I'm adhering this down with some dimension. I have some foam tape going on the back side. And now the thing I was talking about earlier, I'm just creating a little bit of dimension with the C color family on Copics. And I'm taking it to the parts that would be darker, to having a dark marker there, and just covering basically everything here with my gray Copic markers, just to create a little bit more interest. I actually, when I see it here on the screen, I actually think it looks quite nice, but I think in real life it probably would better when I created this in. I also want to mention that the banner die that comes in the die set could have cut this out if I wanted some more dimension. and I could have popped this up, but I decided to leave it flat because I had some dimension with the series, and I think I wanted to have the focus on the series, since I think this gold glitter cardstock is so beautiful. So another idea that I had that come into my mind was, you see all of these beautiful rainbow cards with stripes and everything, and I wanted to do a take on that one that was a really clean and elegant. Just using one of the dies here and cutting small strips, running it through my die cut machine, and you can see I'm using all the inlay pieces here. And this little tray is also a new fun product from a collaboration that you can find out more details. I will leave links down below for it. I think it's super cute and handy to have on my desk. You can see you can easily contain stuff like this. You can pour your embellishment down to it, and it's really easy to funnel it back in. So make sure that you check this product out. Anyway, when I have been rambling on here, I am actually starting to adhere my strips here, making sure that I have the same distance between them. I have a piece here in the middle that I'm just taking and using as a guide for where my next strip should be. So it is really important that the first strip is straight so you can continue down the same path. It's like when you're building a fence, it's really important that everything is lined up equally so it doesn't like tilt in the end, if that makes sense. So anyway, here we go, and I will actually take the time to fill in all the negative pieces of the letters here. So you can see I did that off screen, so you didn't have to see me do that. And I will cut off all the excess as well. So for this card, I wanted to use the silver banner. You can see how beautiful and delicate this one is. It's perfect to combine with vellum, I think. So that is of course what I'm going to do for this card. I'm taking small drops to the backside of this really intricate die cut piece. And I'm using my favorite adhesive, the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. And I tried some other brands out this spring, but to be honest, I didn't think any other brand or like liquid could measure up to this one. I am still having this as my favorite adhesive of all times. So I will stick with it for a long time. So here is a funny story. When I did this, I have done this many times in the past. When you have die cut pieces like this, you keep it in place and you will make sure that you put adhesive to the back side, and then you will line it up just to get them perfectly aligned and straight onto your banner or card or whatever you're creating. The funny thing is that I actually missed one letter, and I'm dabbing it off because vellum doesn't like adhesive, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't have an overflow here, so it created some weird shadows in the end. So now I can just pop this out. Everything was happy and perfect and everything. Hey, wait a minute, you're missing one letter. What happened there? You will see it soon. It's not some of the letters that are missing here because they were just popped out and I didn't want to fiddle with them. But you can see one letter. I can see it here on screen. It's still in that set. So annoying. And I didn't actually, you can see here, celebrate on. What is that? I don't know. It's not celebration. Anyway, I didn't see my mistake until I had taken all the photos and uploaded them to an account that we have, just share like inspiration and stuff. And one of the nice girls were like, hey, you know that you're missing one letter? And I was like, no, I don't. And I had to erase it and take new picture the next day. It wasn't a big, thing because I could easily fix it. But I mean, if I had been so annoyed with myself if I had done this video and now realized my mistake, because up in this point I'm looking at this card, hey, this looks great. No, it doesn't. I'm missing one letter. Can you see? I couldn't. Okay, anyway. I'm keeping it real for you guys. I'm leaving my mistake in this video so you can see them. And let me know down in the comments if you've done something like this, and maybe, I don't know, I haven't never mailed out, I think, a card that was with a mistake like this. but I have definitely published them in public. Can you say that? Is that a sentiment? I think you understand what I mean. I have published videos like this, not realizing my mistakes until somebody nicely tells me in the comment section down below, hey, you know, you're missing a word, or this is not a correct spelled sentiment and stuff like that. Because, you know, spelling isn't my thing. Making cards is really fun, spelling isn't. So for my last and final card for today, I just kept it really simple. I'm leaving out the coloring part because this is basically the same as I did in my first card. And I'm sorry about the glare here in the silver mirror cardstock. I'm taking it down to some gray cardstock, leaving a little bit of space so you have a matte on this one. So you have the white, you have your sparkly like silver metallic, and then you have the gray cardstock. And of course I adhere everything down, so some heavy Nina 110-pound cardstock, because that's my favorite. I'm embellishing this as well with some silver stars, and I'm calling this a day. I hope you enjoyed all of my projects for today, and that you can live with my little mistake. You can see in the close-up pictures in the end that I actually went back and finished it the right way. Still wrong here though. And make sure that you stop by Trinity Stamps' Instagram account for a chance to win some amazing prizes and to see even more inspiration and be a part of the blog hop. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye!